Hey, you guys. Welcome to What's Puzzling You. Hope you're doing well this evening or morning. Um, Today's post that is puzzling me or puzzling someone that did puzzle me at one point uh, reads Experience of weighted blanket. Does it really work? Wanted to buy one from Big W. Guess that's a weighted blanket store. So I know that once I released the news of my daughter's diagnosis, I had several people approach me about getting a weighted blanket, get a weighted blanket, things like that. And for a long time, I dragged my feet on it. She was between 2 and 3 at that point, and I didn't know much. I didn't know what she needed or what would help or this, that, or the other. So I kind of dragged my feet on a lot of things with her. But when we did approach the weighted blanket was about when she was between 4 and 5, or maybe I think she was 5, because she went to an occupational therapist that also specialized in she was certified in sensory integration. She had a sensory integrated certification. So they used a weighted blanket for her. They would have her lay down, cover her with the weighted blanket, and then, do relaxing touches like what they call finger crawling, and just touching certain places on her back or abdominal to relax her. They would play soft music that she liked and, do some aromatherapy with the diffuser. So it was great. She loved that there. And then when we had to receive therapy at home and she was at home with me all day during the summer, she would freak out pretty much every day almost, during the day when all the lawnmowers, people were getting their lawns mowed every single day, because we have like the biggest neighborhood ever and they don't all have the same lawn service. It's random times, and she would just hyperventilate to the point of like throwing up. And I'd always known that she didn't like that certain noise, weed eaters, lawnmowers, all of that, but she hadn't been home that much because she'd normally go to therapy during the day, and then we were always on the road on the weekends, so I didn't get to we didn't experience the hyperventilation as much, or we were usually able to get away from it, and I think it just got worse, if that makes sense. Like, it bothered her at one point, but I think it just escalated at one point. And so with having the in-home therapy and having her freak out, I just was like, what do I do? So the therapist said, try these certain things. One being weighted blanket. 2, take her into a room that has like barely any stimuli, anything to stimulate her, like a calm room, and have a calm place, and then play some calm music, and then do, either finger crawls, or there was things that I could do, tapping on her back or tapping on her ears. I mean, just all kind of things that they gave me to do, which that makes me feel better when I reach new levels with my kid, of like freak out levels, I call them, or whatever you want to call them. Like when they're doing something that's new, you don't know what to do with it. They're screaming, from something's getting them, something's, or they're having a tantrum, a reaction to something all the time, or just, whatever experience that's getting in the way of their daily living. When that comes and you don't know what to do, if I don't know what to do right then, sometimes I just shut down. So I was so thankful that I was able to get some advice on how to work with her through that. And y'all, I work from home, so like every few hours I'd have to stop, take her to the back of the room. I would talk her through the steps. I'd be like, okay, number 1, go to mommy's room, because that was like the calmest. I haven't decorated my room at all, so the walls are gray and there's just no color in there. It's just all like gray and white. So it's the most boring room in the house. And the coolest and quietest room. And so we would go back there. I'd tell her, number 1, go to mommy's room. Number 2, shut the door. Number 3, get under your blanket. And then number 4, turn on some music. So I would just talk her through these steps, and eventually she got to where she can call out. She tells me now, like, Mom, it's time to turn on music. We've graduated to, we don't even go to my room anymore. It's amazing how far she's come. Like, I would have to stop everything. I'd be in the middle of cooking and I'd get so angry, and sometimes I'd make it even worse. And I still do that. Do you do that? Like when you're a kid, reacts to something and you're just over it. You're over the whole, like, get over it. Get over that sound. Like, get over, nothing's hurting you. Why are you doing this? Like, I'm trying to cook. I'm about to burn something. I'm trying to take a shower. Like, I'm trying to go to the bathroom. Okay, I got diarrhea and I don't feel good. But you just gotta stop your life because there's a lawnmower outside. And literally, I've just pictured myself going outside and yelling at these people, these innocent lawn mowing people trying to do their job. Like, want to cuss them out. It's like, whew. Like, do you ever feel that way where it's just every single day? Like, these freakouts, do they just get under your skin? Because they get under mine. But yeah, I support the weighted blanket depending on the circumstance and what you are using it for. I tried to use it at bedtime for Amelia, but she sweats. So that was out because those things keep you pretty warm. And for myself, though, I'm cold at night. So I've been going to occupational therapy for sensory issues and things like that for myself. And so I've been sleeping with the weighted blanket. And I really enjoy that. Like, I feel like I rest better. So yeah, as an adult, as a child, if that can help be a part of a step to get through whatever is stressing you out or your child out, you can both get under that blanket. Because it was like we would both get under the blanket and I would tap and breathe with her and listen to whatever music. You can do calm music. She got to where she wanted to hear JoJo Siwa or pop or something, like it wasn't just calming music anymore, or spa music. But it calmed me down, like, while I would just tap on her and count, because I don't like all those noises either. They distract me, but I don't have massive panic attacks like she was, so however, they do elevate my stress. And so, as taxing as it was to, like, try to work at home and do all this and, be closed in with my kid like that all the time, stop, drop, and do this, I will say that in those moments you can find some, I guess, the silver lining or whatever. Like, this is calming both of you down. It's like taking a few minutes out of your day to stop and listen. And because sometimes, like, when you see something over and over and over and over and over again, you get, well, I got desensitized to her sensitiveness over things. And, you know, I can just make it even worse because I'm like, and so she's like back, and we're, you know, and that doesn't help anybody. Okay, so let me tell you, it just doesn't help anybody. But anyway, that is my opinion on weighted blanket and the puzzle of all that. Thank you for watching.